WIFT PM.
I'm so glad that the Lord keeps on blessing. Y'all, I must say, every day He's making a way. Ooh, keep on blessing me. Blessed in the city, blessed in the field, even when you come and go. I'm so glad that the Lord keeps on blessing me. Y'all, I must say, in spite of, He just keeps on, yeah, keep on blessing me. Oh, keep on blessing me, blessing me. blessing me. In spite of me, he keeps on blessing me, blessing me. I don't deserve it. He keeps on blessing me, blessing me. All the time, he keeps on blessing me, blessing me. Lord, we need you. Lord, we need you. Lord, we need you. Can't make it unless you. We need you to stop it. Come on and stop it. Do it every day, every hour. Come on and do it. Do it for us now. Somebody in a hospital, somebody down, don't feel too well, but bless us now in the name of Jesus. Oh, please keep on blessing. That's what Grandmama said. Please, oh, please, yeah. Oh, please, yeah. Keep on blessing. Keep on blessing me. While I'm driving the car, while I'm sweeping the floor, while I'm cooking dinner, taking the kids to school, walking down the street, walking through the grocery store. Keep on blessing me. Anywhere that I stand, anywhere that I stand, keep on blessing me. In the name of Jesus, thou son of David, keep on blessing me. Have mercy, oh God. Please don't ever stop. Please don't ever stop. When I'm disobedient, please don't ever stop. When I go against your will, please don't ever stop. When I turn away side, please don't ever stop. Oh, please. Lord, please. Lord, please. Please don't ever stop. Please don't ever stop. Please don't ever stop. Not just for me, but don't stop. Don't stop blessing my family. Don't stop blessing my friends. Even bless my enemies. Oh, please. Yeah, please.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show on a Tuesday. Blowing up on a Tuesday in the club. I'm sure I got a song called that, Riis. In the Tuesday on the club. In the Tuesday. It'd be like, in the Tuesday. I remember I used to like that song. Tuesday night used to be like, actually, Riis, before y'all messed it all up. It used to be like really almost the best night of the week for the other week. Oh, Riis. Tuesday nights at Buzz. Oh, look at you, world famous already. Uh-oh. That sound like some stars. That sound like somebody sent some stars. Uh-oh. We must got the bling on. Uh-oh. Let me turn my computer down. Thank you to somebody who sent some stars, though. Yeah, that's what that was. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Yeah, Riis is blowing up on a Tuesday. Riis, it used to be like you used to save up your sleep. You wouldn't go out on Saturday because you knew you was going out on Tuesday. Hey, man. Tuesday night, man, I think for at least a 3-year run in Chicago, maybe 5 years. Wednesday at work was just Wednesday at work. They should have started the weekend on. The weekend should have been Tuesday and Wednesday, cause you was out on Tuesday and you didn't do nothing on Wednesday, no matter where you worked at. And how they got that many? I mean, man, Riis, it would be like Allen Iverson in the club on a Tuesday, Will Smith in a club on a Tuesday. I mean, it was like every celebrity that came to Chicago was in the Buzz on Tuesdays. Man, I think that was, what was that? CK1 marketing. I think it was Corey Bradford, Chris Stinson, and Mike Irvin. Them brothers still doing it, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like Mike Irvin is not a coach over at Kenwood. The dude that, of the world famous Irvin family. Corey got the you dig, Doc's cracking. Kept that living and going, and then they both coaches. Well, they coach and assistant coaching, man. But on a Tuesday, it's made me think about Tuesday, man. Sorry, it's just a flashback. I can't tell you how many times though on a Tuesday everybody was on the floor looking for the diamonds that broke off my chain, because I used to have the Maze Jack chain, and it used to be spelled out, and so it was wide, and so when I begin my kick it on, it'd be slanging and swinging, and inevitably it would hook on something, and it'd break. And I had to change it up to the Gorilla Riis because it broke too many times, and it was like, I swear to God, somebody swept up a lot of diamonds, because it would be like every time it broke, it would break in the same space, and you lose like the same 5. I was trying to keep it, so the whole point of wearing it to the club was so that the light would hit it, and it'd be like, so you couldn't get because it'd be like the light would hit it, and it'd be, what you got going on right there? You know how Jay-Z be like, well, hold up, homie, those ain't Rolex diamonds. What you done to that? Riis, you missed it when you used to stun at the club. They found some pictures the other day. Tennille, I think, might have put them up. Like, man, bro, we used to go to the club with an entourage. I used to have like 20 women in cut up T-shirts that said Maze Jack. It was like I had a whole pom-pom squad. And then I had goons with me too. It was crazy. I mean, we used to go to the Riis on a Tuesday, 5 trucks deep. 5 trucks. Pull them all mine. Let's go. And when we had the mobile, you should have seen, Riis, you should have seen us on the Tuesday when we had the motorhome. Because when we pulled up to the motorhome, we had the motorhome and pulled up to the club on the Tuesday. And 20 mugs get off. It was like a tour bus on a Tuesday. Man, Riis. And then came the old chop 'em up, kill 'em up, credit cracker, smoke on the video on house arrest, Chief Keefers. And down goes on a Tuesday. Then it was like you was hiding on, man, I remember like on the Tuesday, that's like when all the basketball, man, that's like you, I don't know, do you remember when like the basketball, when Muggs was getting robbed out, coming out like you would see it happening. You would, cause bro, like the ball players would come and it would be like such an obvious, and this was during the, like when the ball players like would come to the club and they would stunt so hard, and it was like during the Iverson era. So everybody was just ice. And you'll be like, the next morning you're reading the paper. You'll be like, and tied up in his house in the basement, caught up I was like, I just saw them last night. You'd be like, oh yeah. Man, they like
might be scamming them, man. You don't know, certain girls be going to the club just so you can, take them home, and then they rob you. You better watch out for that. You ain't know that?
Nah, man. Yeah. Like Riis, I wasn't never taking nobody home.
But I'm just saying, like a girl that,
Oh no, Riis,
like,
yeah, I know.
This girl out of my league, and she not let me. She didn't see you. She didn't checked you out, swiped your black card. Like, she like, yeah, we got one. You didn't got real drunk, and then follow. Yeah, man, you gotta watch out for that, man.
See, man. Wasn't like that on a Tuesday. It was the fellas getting robbed by the fellas. Wasn't even hardly no setups. The setups was when you was getting ready to get whacked. Like you was gonna die. Then that's when y'all, like when y'all got to Instagram, Insta life. When we went from being on TV, from not wanting to be on camera to being on camera. That's when everything kind of changed up, Riis.
You ain't take pictures. You like, oh. I don't want nobody knowing.
Riis, I remember Tennille, I remember the first time that the advertising for the video phone came out. And the whole commercial was about a girl seeing her girlfriend's boyfriend at the club. And she recorded it and sent it to her. And it was like, I promise you, I know I've said this before, but the world should have stopped at the two-way. Like the technology should have stopped at the two-way pager. If we could have just advanced the time port, right? But nah, y'all wanted to make the iPhone. Then y'all wanted to make, I don't know what that other thing is they be using to me on them guys.
It was a sidekick.
Man, I didn't like the sidekick. I thought the sidekick was like for babies. That was like for kids and girls.
You either had a sidekick or a blueberry.
See, I had a blueberry. I got the blueberry, but then, and actually I liked the blueberry the best because it had the buttons, right? Like that's what, the thing I feel like I don't like the iPhone, the one thing I don't like about the iPhone is the flat screen. Like I feel like I love to feel the click. Not hear the click, but feel the click. But man, the blueberry, man, please. We had every phone. Let me tell you, if it was one thing me and my sister did, poor or not, we was getting us a new phone. Like, we was getting a new phone. I hated the sidekick. Oh, I hated the sidekick. Did y'all know I sold Carrie her sidekick at the club? We had a contract with T-Mobile. And so we had the first, I think it was the Sidekick 2s. And I had the first ones at the club. It was actually, once again, Corey Bradford and them was having a party, but it was at Joe's on Weed Street. And I think it was like a Sean Marion party. and it was and maybe like Thanksgiving or something. But anyway, we was selling those too. Man, I'm telling you, the time port, that's it. Man, I don't even need all the pictures, no video, just the time port. The time port was the ultimate. You ain't waiting, no line, no wait. Because everybody who had a time port wanted to check it in the club. Right? So you could be like, I'm outside, and they couldn't play like they didn't know you was out there. But then it'd be like, we used to pull up Riis, and it'd be like 6 a.m. in the club, right? And we was Rockefeller, and we used to pull up with like 5 rap trucks, Riis. They'd be like, is that the Jay-Z truck? Look. Man, Joe. Whew. Oh, the good old days. On a Tuesday. All right. I know y'all like, where did that go? This was an urban Black History Month. Can I just tell y'all who is the inventor of these urban ghetto Black History moments? Like the one with this is such and such. He is the first Black child to have an electric bill put in his name. What?
Yeah, I got that one. I got a lot of them. Yeah,
That's
first
terrible.
child to actually can you play games on your phone? I used to do that. I like for like 1 year. I posted like I would like James Williams, the first dude to ever escape child support for all 18 years. It's just a little joke one. I don't know, but it be funny though, man. It be funny.
And then I'm gonna tell you, this is the problem, right? We ain't got enough real Black History Month facts, and the next thing you know, these little kids gonna be running around here talking about James Williams, the first, right? Do y'all see how this is a slippery slope?
We do, but sometimes you just want to laugh. I understand. I really do understand. You are so right. You are so right. I don't want to tell you that you are so right, but sometimes, you just need a laugh. That's it. I really do understand, because now you like, see, look, y'all playing with Black history. Now tell me a real fact, huh? Now tell me a real one now, right, huh? You don't know one now, but you know all the other ones, that's a joke, huh? Little Jimmy got the little first bill put in his name, huh? You know all them on your book, but I ain't see you posting that one real. I got you, but sometimes. Can't take it serious, huh?
I do. I swear to God. I ain't even lie, Riis. Because it'd be like, if I tell a joke sometimes, like, if, like, say I be around, like, the Black people, right? And I, like, laugh or, like, find something funny, it'd be like, damn, man, can I just laugh? Is it okay? The problem is, though, and I'm just going to say, it is more of those on social media and on the places that the kids see. Like, they don't got Know Your Heritage no more. Did you know I was the creative consultant for Know Your Heritage and got them a DJ?
No, I didn't know that.
No, really. Like, when Know Your Heritage was getting played out and they was going to take it off TV, Don Jackson came to me. And actually, DJ Opski, who is now the Cat Williams tour DJ, I got him the job. And even after they let me go as creative director, he still got to keep it for all them years. But yeah, man, I gave him like a DJ, made him wear jerseys, the whole thing, switched it up. And it's like, man, Joe, Riis.
You should be getting all the Cat Williams shows, man. You should be decent, man.
I do.
Yeah, you good.
It's just that last one was like long. Yeah. Like the people was like, we're leaving now. It was like, peace out. I don't know. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. All right, Riis, it's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler. Riis, how you feeling today, man?
You know, I'm blessed by the best. You already know the rest. Feeling pretty good, though, man. I woke up, feeling a little energetic. Like, you know how you wake up and you like, you know what, I'm actually ready for the day. Like, you know how I'd be like, but it be them days where you, like, you know what, come on Tuesday, how you doing today? So I'm real good today, man.
So I'm going to tell you, man, maximize your opportunities. Doors open every day. And I'm just going to tell you, there's a lot of stuff in this world that's moving around. So that's a good way to be today, man. Is that Brother Frank back on the scene? Brother Frank, man, we thought we lost you, man. I'm glad to see you back. I see you in the chat. Now you're going to have to go ahead and call. You know what I'm saying? We make you President Emeritus. You know what I'm saying? We still love you, Brother Frank. It's good to see you on the chat, man. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. I got my man DJ Riis the Ruler. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Ain't no Ruthie today, so Riis, let's get this soul plane up. to 60,000 feet. Now, Riis, Ruthie did you again. Could have been Ruthie and Riis today. I got Riis. You got two more. You got today and next week. That's not the same Frank. I thought that was the same Frank. Anyway, yeah, man. Riis, I gotta cut out of here at 8:30. Is that 6 a.m. in the club?
Yeah,
don't get us banned, dog. Don't get us banned.
That's the instrumental.
Okay, I'm just saying. Let me turn over to the thing because they'll be like, and you know your boy Hove will be quick on you. So I ain't tripping, but that's see, Riis. That's what that.
You ain't even catch. I played the going up on the Tuesday before this.
I could because I was talking too loud. That's what's this. See, play the karaoke version. There you go. Right then we'll be all right. Speaking of karaoke, man, I'm ready to get my karaoke on. How long? How long y'all think before we can have karaoke?
All depends, man. You can have karaoke right now.
I mean, you gotta have your vax test.
That's all you do. You just gotta have it. It all depends like on your events. Just be vaccinated or negative test in 48 hours. Like a lot of places I go to be like that.
I feel like I'm feeling karaoke-ish. I'm feeling like I need to get some. And I need to, okay, so let me run through some of these headlines before we get to the break. First of all, yesterday, Jonathan Jackson announced that he is officially running for the first congressional district. The first congressional district. He made that announcement. He's going to be running in the space for Bobby Rush. I think I was thinking about this is going to be a proxy war of legacies. The legacy of Jesse Jackson versus the legacy of Bobby Rush. Who will win? One, the other, or neither? Right? Because think about this, y'all. Bobby Rush and Jesse Jackson were from the same era. Think about the Panthers and Operation Push. And they've been in, well, I'll tell y'all a story about that, the whole thing. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Plus, did you see Lightfoot blame the carjackings on remote learning? I don't know how I feel about that. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. I seen you smile, so just save it. Also, the mayor's resorting to Robert's Rules of Order now. She cannot win in committee. Her COPA pick is not going to be able to get out of committee, so she's going to push it to vote on the floor. But I do think it's just another sign of the city council is truly bucking the mayor. The mask rules are creating drama. Man, these white folks is like, did you see what the judge said? We ain't wearing no masks in Naperville. I'm like, I don't know that I feel like the mask is such a violation of your freedoms. But I'm going to tell you, white people with these masks are sneaky. My son plays AAU, and like the white people put the mask on like to get in and be like, man, F your rules. They be like, they come in with the mask on to get in the door, and then as soon as they get in, they pull it all the way down. And I be like, Riis, I be kind of loud. So then, I start making a perimeter. Like, I go get me a seat, and then I spread out. Like, I sit in the corner, I put my bag here, I put my coat here, I lean like this. So it's like kind of like a perimeter around me. And like when the white people, like if a white person come sit by me and they do the mask trick, I be getting up and I be doing the disgusted white people look at them. Like, you know how white people look at black people when they just be like, oh. I do the same thing. They be like, who does he think he is? I'll be like, oh, I'm just disgusted. All right, today, man, or yesterday, my boy Patrick Daley Thompson, federal court. I'm nervous, man. Be interesting to see. They say this is the first time. They're trying to make this history, man. They said that it's historical because it's the first time that a Daley has ever been on trial. So we're going to have to watch that. Lovie Smith, hired as the head coach of the Texans. You think that was like a gimme?
You know it.
Riis, I think they gonna have. Wait, let me ask a question. They gonna let Deshaun Watson back now?
I think they thinking about trading him.
They've been talking that smack, but I think they like to just teach a Negro.
But they got it, so they got to do something. Like, they got to give. Like, so it's a good and a bad. I don't know if we're talking about it, like, later, but it's a good and a bad. So it's good because, black coaches are actually fired a year faster than white coaches. So, but because of what's going on, what Brian Flores did, it kind of opened up the gate. He was not even a candidate. Now, all of a sudden, they actually interviewed Flores twice. So, but he didn't put a lawsuit on them. So he like, whoa. Before what you mean we don't hire black coaches around here? Boom, they hire him. And now they're like, okay, but so now here's the good. The good is because of what he's doing, I think they're going to actually give Lovey a chance. So expect to see Lovey the head coach of that for a while. Like how they probably give like a black coach 2 years, 2.5. You can probably see him there for at least 4 to 5, like depending on how he structures the team. So, yeah. I
feel like the Texans have proven that they are willing to sacrifice it all. But I feel like when I see the black coach, and now I'm starting to notice a pattern, Riis, is that when there's a black coach, and they give them the time, it is the time when they're trying to tank.
It's like the rebuild.
Right? Like, you get the rebuild time, so it's like we'll accept your losses, and then we can bounce you out because you've ruined your record. My thing with the coaches is when they take these teams that's in a rebuild is like you put yourself in a hole. Like a coaching hole.
Yeah, your record.
Right. And then it's like after a certain point, if you keep taking all of the last place teams, you build the team for the next white coach that takes over. Yeah. Right? Because you take all the L's, you get all the top draft picks and all of the drafts, and then you move up, and then you be like, but he couldn't manage.
And the next year they go to the playoffs.
Right.
2 years later, and that was how I felt really about Golden State. I know that's a different sport, but I feel like Mark Jackson built them up, and then they came around and just said, Steve Kerr, you ain't got no coaching experience. There you go. He's the greatest coach ever, So that's how it usually is, but I think it's going to be good. As long as Lovie Smith can win some games, I think that he can actually be there for a while, and, they trying. And then you see how Mike Tomlin is the only black head coach there. Like, now they trying to add, like Ron Rivera. They trying to add, but
now it's like people of color.
Well,
see, he even said that, like, because they trying to run the numbers up.
Yeah, right.
But you see how you are aware of that now, though?
They try to.
You see how you pay attention? Like, your eyes open to it now, Riis, because it be so stark. Let me ask you a question. No, I ain't going to ask because I'll be in trouble. All right. But I feel somebody did say Lovey had a lot of chances in Chicago. I feel like, though, Lovey got fired on a winning season, and he went to the Super Bowl.
He got fired on the 10-6 season. Hey, they only missed the playoffs because of like a win percentage of power. But like, he had a 10-6 season. Like, how do you fire someone with a 10-6 season?
Because we felt like we couldn't get over it. They was looking for that Phil Jackson moment, right? The moment where, you know how Phil Jackson, like the Bears was like, because, man, during the Lovey era, that damn defense, boy. Woo, Jesus.
No matter what, even if we had bad season, they still
defense.
Good. That defense.
Man, remember Lance Briggs? How did? Okay.
But I'm proud of him though. It's good to see and
he had a long chance in Illinois too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did good. But that's why I said, man, sometimes it's 2022. I know we want to always go, man, don't do it. No, we can't. Sometimes the course will handle it. Like, because of what he did, I guarantee that has to do something.
No, I think it is. I just think it sounds, but it's going to be tainted. It's like the asterisk. Right? Like, they're going to asterisk like until it becomes normalized. I do. Now, I want to talk about that, though, because the NFL met with the civil rights leaders prior to, did you notice it ain't like nobody civil rights talking about this Brian Flores case before the Super Bowl? Because everybody want to get, because like all the civil rights activist leaders, I bet you they be in the skybox at the game.
Oh yeah,
I bet you they be at the Playboy
for
party.
sure. Like you don't have to let us there. You know, blacks. We
We gonna meet. We gonna meet at the Super Bowl.
We gonna meet. At
Our
the
meetings
Super
will be during Super Bowl weekend. We will host it. Man, Charlie.
You know it.
So then, see, that's why I said, should I be
it.
boycotting the Super Bowl? Nah, if not, then I'm thinking, Riis, I might have some chips and dip for the Super Bowl. I was thinking about having chips and dip for the Super Bowl.
But like I said, I'm good. I'm glad, and I hope that this opened up doors for other black coaches. And I can see, like I said, I think Flores is going to really, really make an imprint. He might not get a coaching job, or maybe he get one, but
He ain't getting one. He going to HBCU, dog.
they gonna pay him.
He gonna
then.
get
Oh,
paid.
well,
But he
that's
going to
good.
HBCU. Like I'm saying, like right now, the HBCUs. I promise you, Joe. If them dudes was.
If they was, man, they could take their
Man, they could go take their talents to HBCUs, and you can have all the shorties at the.
That's how you really get their attention.
You don't wanna do
because
that.
you'll come there, man. You'll be like, okay. And now, if I know I got NFL players or NFL coaches that like now at like Grambling State and all these other places, like 80% of the league is black. So now I bring it back there, and man, they don't like you messing with their money. Now the sponsorships and stuff is going to what schools now?
Hey man, I want me a Jackson State hat just because it say Jackson. They'd be like, I'm gonna lie and tell my son that that's the school we helped build for the HBCUs. Hey, no, I'm gonna tell you, the cheapest Super Bowl ticket is $5,300. I bet you. Really, if I had the time to go to LA this weekend, I bet you I could get in the Super Bowl for $500, and decent seats too. And I bet if I spend $1,000, I bet you I'll be real good and close. Don't play. You know I'm an expert. You know that, right? I am an expert entry maker. All right, hey Riis, don't tell Toy. Okay? Whatever you do, do not tell Toy Norwood, because she ain't gonna know what to do with herself. Spirit and Frontier are looking to merge. She won't even have to make no choices.
It's the same to me, yeah.
Spirit and Frontier. Hold on. Frontier is trying to buy Spirit for $2.9 billion. I feel like, dag, I could buy Spirit then if it's only $2.9 billion. I'm not saying I got $2.9 billion. But I do feel like the way they be tossing around billions and stuff, like, Riis, $2.9 billion, they are selling. They selling. Let me see what else I got on there. Oh yeah, I talked about. So Riis, who the people they send to negotiate with the NFL? The NFL is meeting with civil rights leaders as we speak, to discuss the Brian Flores situation. You notice there's been no talk of protest, no boycott the NFL. I think I'm having chips and dip, man, because I told y'all not finna be having me out here sitting at the house while y'all cheering, and I can't get no chips and dip. So let me tell you who's in charge of negotiating with the NFL. Can you name the people? Can you guess? Roger Goodell is meeting with civil rights leaders. Who are these civil rights leaders, Riis? It is the NAACP, the National Action Network, the American Clergy Network. Okay, so here's the ones I've heard of before. I've heard of the NAACP, the National Action Network, and the Urban League. I ain't never heard of no damn American Clergy Network, no National Coalition for Black Civic Participation. You ever heard of that? Nah, that's because everybody was like, we need tickets. I'm telling you, Riis, they have, for the Super Bowl, they have a box set aside for mad Negroes who could create a problem. And let me tell you, they're going to be eating chips and dip, and Roger Goodell's going to stop by. He's going to be like, look, guys, we can continue these commercials. I mean, we can continue this conversation after the Super Bowl. Want to come to the owners' meetings? Meanwhile, y'all trying to tell me I can't get no chips and dip. All right. Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We got to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will ask the social media question of the week. Not of the week, of the day. All right, y'all. We'll be back. It's the Mace Jackson Show.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
This is Monster
Get your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for restrictions and details. Coming to Allstate Arena February 25th through 27th.
And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion had to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, I want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:41 a.m. I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports traffic and weather update. In sports, the Chicago Bulls at home on a back-to-back taking on the Phoenix Suns last night. They tried to make a late run in the fourth quarter, but it wasn't enough as they fall short 127 to 124. Let's head over to traffic on the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop is 27 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare is 16 on the Edens. From Deerfield to the Exchange will be 33 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield, 25. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop will be 36 minutes. Back out to Thorndale, 29 minutes. While on the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 36 minutes. Outbound, 32. To Bishop Ford, 42 minutes from I-80 to the Dan Ryan and 28 minutes to I-80. While the Dan Ryan, there's an accident, so it's 27 minutes to the Loop, 13 minutes to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive is 7 minutes south and 8 minutes north. Today's weather, it is currently 19 degrees and mostly cloudy. Today will be a high of 37 and a low of 18. I'm Riis the Ruler. Happy Tuesday here on The Mace Jackson Show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn around.
You are listening to the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis, the Ruler, in the building. And y'all, it is a little bit past 6:30, so I got to welcome the Saints in from WBGX 1570 AM. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. We want to tell the Saints thank you for joining us every day on 1570 AM WBGX from 6:30 AM to 8 AM. The Saints get here at 6:30. Now, the Sinners get here at 6, and they stay till 9 because they need just a little bit more work. They need just a little bit more blessing. But I want to thank everybody that tunes in with us, whether you're on the radio, 1570 AM, WBGX, Big Gospel Express, or you are watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. I'm going to go find me some more stuff to put it on, too. It's the Mace Jackson Show. And I'm going to tell you, shout out to Church Chicago. Shout out to Pastor Terrence Keys, Angie Mims, and Terrence Daniels. If it ain't one thing we need, I need them to sing in my gospel brunch. I decided I want to have me a gospel brunch.
That'd be dope, man.
You know what I mean? I want to put like a quartet on the stage, and I want to have nice little breakfast. And, you know what I'm saying? I want some praise and worship. I don't want no sermon.
And 40%, don't forget.
Oh, no, 40%. But look, we can put it in the cost of your plate. We can have after church, we can have church brunch. And then God could turn it around and around and around. And you know what I'm saying? I want them to be, but they got to say, y'all ain't ready for Mace Jackson. I was just thinking, like, could you imagine Sunday morning fellowship, gaming in God?
I'm not touching that.
You gotta have, I'm saying, God, games, and a vape. Hey, man.
Yo, come get him right now.
God could turn it around. I'm telling you, get you closer to God.
Get him right now.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. All right, y'all. It is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm just telling you. God gaming it. You know, you can have a outdoor. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could go get closer to God in the chair. We got an air out section. Pop in a little Febreze. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miko. She bought the air purifiers. Make it all good, man. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm just, hey, man. If it ain't one thing we need, God gonna turn it around. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. Hey, Riis, give me the big voice, man, because I'm ready to do my thing today. I'm ready to do my thing. You got it? Let's go.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Is remote learning responsible for the carjacking surge? Riis, open up the phone lines because I want to know what's up. So, in case you did,
PR?
huh?
Who's her PR? Like this shit, like she just said.
So let me lay this down, and then I'm gonna ask you because I know you have opinions. But yesterday in the press conference, Mayor Lori Lightfoot did not insinuate. She said that she connected the surge in carjackings in the city of Chicago to remote learning. So she said that the carjackings spiked, and we've seen a surge in carjacking, and it was directly correlated to kids being put out of school, or not being put out of school, but having to go into remote learning. Now, Riis, to your point, the paper said that data shows that violent crime and carjackings were up 68% 2 weeks before the pandemic was declared. That violent crime was up already spiking prior to the pandemic. But the mayor and Superintendent Brown insist that the carjackings are tied to kids staying home and remote learning. CTU immediately responded back and said that the mayor owes every child who has been traumatized by the COVID process an apology, and to suggest that less fortunate children, because they were bored and not in school, is the reason for the carjacking. Now, carjackings were on the upswing. The mayor really has no answer. Riis, she cannot fire David Brown. You know why she can't? Because nobody will take the job knowing that she's a lame duck. Well, if you think she's a lame duck. But let me ask the social media question of the day one more time. And I need you all to give me a call because I want, is it possible that because the children are home, I mean, is it that the carjackings happening more in the daytime? I don't know. Give us a call, 872-259-7474, 872-259-7474. Is this a reality? Is this a possibility? Or is the mayor just grasping for straws because they really have no answers, and this looks like a great way to blame CTU? Riis, you said, who is her PR? What do you mean by that? What do you mean, who's her PR? And why would you say something like that?
Like, first of all, you just said 2 weeks before So you didn't even do like the research to see if it was a spike in it. Like I could have said you saw a spike in it, but the fact that it was 68% higher before, like you just like grasping at straws. You just say like anything. I don't even know, like that didn't even make sense. Like, and then why would you blame it on e-learning? Like, so it was either that or what? It's like you just force kids to just like go to school during like the pandemic. Like that makes no sense at all. But that's our met, man.
It's your girl.
That's our met.
That's your girl. It's your man. You always be talking
Tyler,
about
you
give
know
everybody a chance.
That's y'all, man. I forgot. My address don't even say it's still in Chicago, though. You're right. That's y'all, man.
You be tripping, Riis. Give us a call, though. 872-259-7474. Do you believe that the carjackings are tied to remote learning? And what would possess the mayor to make that assumption or that presumption, knowing, again, that there are facts that don't align with that? Riis, I feel like the mayor gets to say anything and she be like, she feel like ain't nobody checked on no lies she done told. So she be like, well, I got away with that one. They didn't say nothing about this one. And I just completely feel like we are being, like, is there anyone even at the helm? Is there any crime fighting strategy? Are we all on our own at this point? I mean, we see police retiring, they're leaving. Crime is rampant. And then I think the mayor is also saying that because so many of the carjackers are young people. So let me ask the question. Should the young people be locked up? If you carjack, what should happen to you?
You should definitely do like some juvenile time. There's no way.
Do they still have the Audi home?
I think they do.
Remember when everybody used to be scared to go to the Audi home?
They do boot camp and stuff now. They do a lot of boot camp. So, yeah, you do like 6 months of boot camp and stuff like that. It's weird, but yeah. But they need a consequence other than being 16 and just your mama come get you and you just go home.
Wait a minute, Riis.
You didn't know that?
No, Riis, I'm saying you sound like you're trying to be tough on crime. What happened to criminal justice reform, dude?
What you mean tough on crime? You commit a crime, you go to jail. Like, that's what I'm...
Hey, man, wait. What are you talking about? You get a crime, you go to jail. That's not... What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, but that's why we are where we are right now. You commit a crime, you go to jail. Stop saying free Pookie and you know that he sings 16 Dead Ops. Stop doing that, black people. We gotta stop that.
Riis, man, you sound like you really are a Trumpster. You don't think that kids should just they should get a second chance?
A second chance to go out there and steal another car?
They could be rehabilitated.
So how can you be rehabilitated if you stole a car and your mama come pick you up from the station 6 hours later and you go home? At what point
you gonna get a whooping? Maybe
they don't whoop kids not no more. They don't whoop kids.
Man, you ain't. They don't be like, man, don't let me stay in here.
They don't.
I remember when I was like, let me stay in. I'll just wait. I just waited out till I get some bail. Until I get my bail. I'm waiting.
They can't hold you at 16. If you 16, they have to come and get you. Your parents have to come and get you. They can't hold you. They can't talk to you, none of that.
Okay, so let me ask you. Do you think that the carjackings do you think that carjackings are partially because of boredom? Like, why are kids carjacking?
That wasn't raised correctly. Are we missing? Are we not? Missing that point. Is it like...
Yes, I'm not. I'm confused. What do you mean they weren't raised correctly, Riis? What do you mean by that exactly?
Who robs cars? Like, you don't know that you don't rob a car. Would your son go out there and rob a car? Do you think that he would rob a car? Your daughter rob a car?
He would have his own.
But I'm just saying, but still though, would they go rob a car? If he's bored, he's been at home. Like you said, he's bored. Hey man, look man, he just robbed the car. He was bored. Is that okay? You just go and pick them up? I'm just. Are you gonna whoop them?
Yes. Yes. Yes, Reese. Yes, I am. And I'm and it's gonna be a bad one too. Yes. And then I'm gonna hand them the telephone. And I'm gonna say, if you'd like to call someone, feel free. But I'm gonna beat the brakes off you till they get here.
But parenting did that, so he wouldn't. Like he understands consequences. So he understands when there's no consequences. Like I'm not gonna like most people that like rob a car, but like it's like no guidance in their life. I say that. What kid robs a car? Like who is he hanging around to like rob a car to make that feel okay?
Man, you
what
sound like you sound like the Proud Boys, dude.
Oh man, so we okay with people robbing cars and just say that's okay. He's a kid. We just give him a second chance.
I mean, you better defund these police. F12.
Man, listen, and 10 years later, it started out as a car robbery, like a harmless car robbery, and then it's going to start off as armed robbery, man. Come on, y'all. No. Got to be consequences behind that. Come on. It got to. You don't think it should?
Reese, I'm saying, how old are you again?
33.
Man, ain't you? I guess my question is, do you want the police or do you not want them?
I want the police to do their job. Why wouldn't you have police? In order to not have police, it'd be like complete chaos. It'd be like the purge. I don't think this is an issue of not having the police. I think it's the issue of the police actually doing their job.
So, Reese, how do we get to the bottom of these carjackings? Because they cracking. It's cracking, bro. I mean, so what would you advocate? That if you get caught with a carjacker, you get your hand chopped off?
No, I mean, are they underage?
Uh-huh. No, what if you're 21? You get a hand or...
That's GTS, Grand Theft Auto. That's jail. This is not a video game. What are you talking about, man? He's going,
Reese,
going to jail. I'm confused. Listen, he carjacked you. He stole your car. Okay, it was he forced you and took your car. So,
you think these people should go to jail? You don't think they should?
Yes.
You don't think that they should get a second chance? Like that's what if they did? What if it was? So what if somebody, I'm
telling you, man, the carjackings, I get away with this, man. Oh, man, I've been carjacking. I ain't never been caught. It's going to be something big, man. Somebody going to say, hey, man, let's rob a bank. He going to go for it. Like,
So you think if you let the carjacker keep carjacking, they eventually going to rob a bank?
I just think it's going to escalate. Like, what is that person's path? If that person is known for, like, carjack, like, what is that person's path?
They could be redeemed. They could go to church. Jesus could save them.
Okay.
What do you think the penalty should be if you are caught unlawfully shooting a gun? Like, think about this guy that shot
in the sky, or like what? Like, what are you shooting at?
Somebody, whether you hit him or not.
That's attempted murder. What is going on with you? That's jail. I'm trying to shoot somebody. In law,
what if you didn't hit him?
That's why it's attempted. And you might get unlawful discharge of a fire weapon. So that's another charge. These are like, you're literally saying laws that are put in place. That's he's unlawfully shooting a gun. That's a charge.
Reese, you rolling with you rolling with 12, man?
No, I'm not rolling with 12, but listen to how we sound though as a people though. And then when we out here, and they out there shooting at McDonald's, and we lose a little girl, who we gonna ride with then? And now we crying for the criminals now because we didn't stop the carjacker. You know what I'm saying? Now we crying now because that's the same person that carjacked is the same person that's shooting bullets at McDonald's. We could have stopped it at the carjacking, but we just took little Johnny home. Don't you do that no more. And that was it. Come on, man. We got to see the bigger picture here, y'all. I ain't riding with 12, but I am riding with the right thing to do.
This thing is kind of, this is interesting, man. I feel like, so do you think that, do you think that people should be released if they get caught doing a crime, or should they wait in jail? Or not caught, but I mean,
get your bond.
Huh?
I think that you should always get a bond. Like.
But what if you can't afford the bond?
Well, I think you should be released on like an ankle monitor because of, according to like the court of law, you are innocent until proven guilty. I think jail is for guilty people. So if I haven't had a trial or anything, or I should be released. You know, if I'm on trial and you feel like you got to watch me, then you can ankle monitor me. But I feel like my freedom, I should still be able to free.
Well, Riis, what if you haven't been convicted for your 15th carjacking? But I got you.
I'll be letting you to 15. Oh.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of times, you get catch and release, and then you get out. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm just asking you, man. Is remote learning responsible for these carjackings? And Riis, you trying to say that it's parenting? You sound like Rahm Emanuel when he said, "Who raised you?" It's the Mace Jackson Show. Dang, man, Riis Emanuel. Oh Lord, y'all, Riis Trump Emanuel. Lord have mercy.
If my son robbed the car, to me as a parent, I would feel like I failed. So that's just my opinion. I would feel like at what point in my life and did I miss the step to tell them that I got my son thinking that it's okay to like go out there and rob people's cars, to put himself in danger. Like you never know who got a gun, or like you never know. So like at what point did I fail in my life that he thinks that it's okay? So as a parent, that's how I would feel. So I do think it's like, like a little, it has to be some type of blame on the parent. Some type of, come on, man.
Dang, Riis, it seems like you blaming black people for crime.
Nah.
You trying to, you really are. That's why, see, Riis, Riis, we gonna see Riis on the next TV commercial. You know, I was growing up in Chicago and these kids, look, I see you in the Richard Irvin story.
Growing up in Chicago was tough. I remember on the West.
Look at you. I see you in the Richard Irvin commercial, and I too had a slave. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Let's go to the live line. Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show. Let me answer my question. Is remote learning responsible for carjacking, Serge?
Byron.
Oh no, Byron, the vice president of the phone club. Byron, you and Riis been conspiring, man. You and Riis done had a meeting, and now y'all done been talking about this Republican lock the people up. We don't need to lock people up. We need to defund the police and give them criminal justice reform.
Maze, back in the old days, they used to whip the kids in school. Why was that?
Because the slave master told them, because that was terrible habits learned by the slave master.
You guys blame every damn thing on other people instead of just looking inside and saying, hey, just like Riis said, the parents fail. And if the parents fail, they should be responsible for the child's action. Somebody's got to be responsible for that action that caused somebody some pain. You can't go around causing people pain without no action.
Not pain. Wait.
It's pain. It's pain. I'm telling you, if you rob somebody's house, believe me, that person come out to that house, they feel that they've been dehumanized. I'm just telling you, it's a bad feeling. So you guys think that everything is gotta be some money gotta be thrown at it. No, you just got to throw these Negroes in jail and lock their asses up. If you can't cut their hands off and feet off, then that's what we got to do. You see what I'm saying? Riis was right. I really didn't want to say anything this morning because Riis was right on target. Let him take the fall this morning. You know what I'm saying? Because these black folks don't want to live with the truth. The truth is you got to have responsibility for your actions. And if you rob somebody, see, I don't mind having an ankle bracelet for the first time, right? But the second time, you got to be locked up. And you got to have a nice bail. A nice bail. Thousands of dollars.
What's a nice bail? If a nice bail is set to make you stay locked up in jail, then is it really a nice bail? Byron, I mean, y'all.
Yes.
But Byron, what about criminal justice reform?
It was a failure. All it does is making us leave the city faster. That's all it's doing. Because anybody with a middle income or have any common sense will try to get their asses out of this city and out of this state. This is a failing state, failing city, and black folks love it because they're supporting the criminals. They are supporting the criminals with that criminal reform. Somebody come in your garage, steal less than $1,000, and all it is a misdemeanor. Come back the next day and clean it out, get everything out. Then go to the next one down the block.
But
Every
Byron,
time, less than $1,000, cleaning them out.
But Byron,
what kind of sense does that make?
But Byron,
yes, sir.
What about the institutional racism and the white people that steal everything from us every day?
It's been there since we were born. It's been there since we were born, and you have done well with it and intact. It's been intact since you were born, and yet you have done well. Why is that? I watch CNBC all day. That's what I do. I'm a stock guy. I see black folks on that show making money, doing things, just doing what they gotta do. Institutional racism has been there. Get over it. Get over this racism and blaming white folks and jump up and down every damn thing somebody do something wrong. I'm sick of y'all.
But Byron,
not you, Maze. Not you.
But Byron, I grew up in Bolingbrook, and I had different advantages, and that we had we have a black turf football field. Thank you very much. No, but I feel like Byron is part of the challenge of they present to us the exceptional Negro and say, if he did it, why can't you? But I had maybe some different advantages, or maybe because I was kind of more in proximity to white people, I learned how to code switch a little bit differently. But then I'm not though as authentic. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could be positioned as a sellout.
Maze, I live in the city. I went to Warren High School here in the 8th Ward with the alderman, and I went to the University of Illinois here in Chicago. I got a bachelor's degree in engineering. I also went to IT and got a computer science master's degree in computer science. Okay, Maze, tell me something. I rode the damn train, got stopped by the police many times, and guess what? I didn't consult them. I didn't get shot at them because I asked their question. They kept moving. Right? What you Negroes, what some of your friends want to do is cause problems for yourself. Hit the police officer in the head, then run, and don't expect to get shot. Of course you're supposed to get shot. Because you're disrespecting the officer. Things happen with jump off when you do wrong. Just keep moving. Institutional racism has been here all along. When I was going to the University of Illinois, it was there too. But guess what? I prevail like you prevail. Keep your head down and keep going forward. Stop looking back and blaming everything else on somebody else. Keep moving forward. We got to keep moving forward. We are bowed down by some white guy do something to a black person, and we got all up in arms. But yet, we got 800 people who are murdered in the city of Chicago, most of them black. Nobody give a damn. Why is that?
We do give a damn, Byron. Don't be saying we don't
give a damn. No, you don't.
Byron, yes, we do.
Where's the alderman at? Where's the alderman? Where's the mayor? All the people who got their loved ones shot. I feel their pain. I want those kids, those people that shot those people, all in jail and locked up until their trial is done, and they can prove innocent or proven guilty. That's what I want. You can't get away with doing crime like that and ask us to stay in the city. I'm trying to get out of here, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I love the city. I love the black folks. I'm still trying to get to have black folks cut their grass. Because these people, they don't realize that what you got to do is support each other, right? I work hard every summer, talk to my neighbors, tell them, get rid of these other folks, cut your grass, and get black folks to cut your grass. And after them doing that, they'll get black folks to do other things in your community. We got to circulate our dollar amongst ourselves. We got to help ourselves. That's my focus. And the educational system, we got to get rid of these unions for the education. You went to good school, you send your kids to a good school. You will not send your kids to public schools that are failing our black kids. And that creates more crime because these people don't know what to do. They don't know right from wrong. Kids don't know right from wrong, man. You know it.
How is
Your
it
kid
possible?
does because he fears you. Your kid fears you. Your kids fear you. I'm telling you, and your wife. They fear you because that's how they were brought up, with fear. Until they get 21, do what they want to do on their own.
So
I didn't want to call this morning, but Riis was on target. I love it. But when you didn't have Riis, if you go on the campaign trail, I hope Riis fills in sometimes because I want to hear more of Riis.
Byron trying to fire me from
I want to hear more of Riis.
Riis turned off his camera. See,
Give him a chance, man. Give him a chance,
I did.
please.
He got
Give him a
attitude.
chance.
I be giving Riis chances. Riis be getting attitudes. He turned
No,
off
you
his
don't.
camera.
No, you
Yes,
don't.
He turned off his own camera. Every morning I used to be like, Riis, turn on your camera. Then one day I said, and Riis got an attitude, and so you turned off your camera. You know what I'm saying? You know how your mom would be like, all right, well, you want to turn it off. Dang, how you trying to kick me
Don't
off
be
my
scared,
own
man.
show?
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I'm never
Don't be
scared.
Riis.
Duh, I'm never
Because
scared.
you know what?
What?
Maze, I think you're a prodigy. Because I don't know how you can read so much stuff and retain so much stuff and then be able to talk and discuss it. You are a prodigy, and I know it. That's why you're gifted. So you're gifted. People don't realize that. You're gifted. Not everybody's going to be smart like your ass. But you got to not be scared of Riis.
I'm not scared.
Riis got that voice. Yes, because that voice that Riis got, it's a good voice. I don't even know who this cat is, who Riis is. I just know his name. But his voice does something. It's like, man, it's comforting. And it's so rational and reasonable. And he's young, too. He's not coming for you, Maze. He's not.
I'm not worried about Riis coming for me. I'm not worried about that.
Now put him on there. You put him on one time, you're not there. You put him on one time and see what your rating is going to do. I'm going to call all my friends and say, hey, send some love letters to Maze.
Dang. Look at the Latinos. Look, Da Juan done got the other Juan on his team. Like, you know what? Cut that mic. Cut Byron. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Look, we got to go to damn commercial. We'll be back after these messages. I said it's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
This is Fox
Get your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for restrictions and details. Coming to Allstate Arena February 25th through 27th.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Well, since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. But won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay that fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Oh, yeah. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop me. by myself, and I look across the water, and I think of all the things, what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, babe?
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Ty, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve them.
Wake up, Chicago! Oh, wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis to rule on the ones and twos. It's the top of the hour. Want to thank everybody that's tuned in. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, as well as WBGX 1570 AM. We were talking before we went to break on the social media question of the day. Is remote learning responsible for carjackings? And the vice president of the phone club, and Reese's new #1 fan. I think you warmed the cockles of Byron's heart, Riis. I think he has a man crush on you. Riis, let Riis have it. Mace, let Riis have it. Mace. Man, I'm like, Dag, Byron, how you gonna call my show and be, dude, this ain't the Riis, the ruler show. No, I'm not true.
Disagreeing now.
Hey, man. That's enough. Oh, go ahead. Give him some more of that voice.
Nah.
Go ahead. His voice is so soothing. It's that voice, Maze. It just makes me.
No, but I just know as black people, man, like we've been done so bad by the police that, you know, we be looking at other stuff, and I understand that the white man probably don't get the same crime. And that's what we really trying to fight for, just equal rights. But equal rights don't mean that when we know that we done bad, we got to turn another cheek. Because when it's something that happened to us, we don't want nobody to turn another cheek. We having vigilantes. We be asking, y'all, the streets quiet then because it's a code. But we want us to break that code when it hurt our loved ones. So, like, we got to pick and choose. Like, are we going to they going to either be criminals or criminal reformed, as you said. So
we want criminal justice reform. So can I tell y'all something? I mean, it's funny because I watched the Den and I watch you all respond. And I watch how we respond. I mean, I do go to community meetings, and I will tell you that there are quite a few of our elders who feel very closely to the way Byron, and I would tell you not even elders, I would tell you there's a lot of middle-class black people who own their homes and live in neighborhoods who quite frankly feel the same thing. And I don't know that it's a separation. It's that it's that continuation of that conversation yesterday of can you build or can we build as well as we can destroy? Right? And so oftentimes all of those carjackers are perceived as the people with hammers, and they're hammering and chipping away at our community, if that makes sense. And I think that there's I think Reddy uses the words break branches. And I think that somewhere in our space, because we don't have a disciplinary mechanism. Remember when I was asking you, like, what threat do black people have yesterday besides our bodies? And everybody talked about, and we justified it. But realistically, we don't have a threat, externally or internally. And so even when you talk about, like we were saying, the difference between warriors and soldiers, well, let's just say those warriors are doing what they want, but they're doing what they want in our community, in our space. And so I think everything doesn't fit neatly in a box. And I do think that, if the carjackings were like raids, like say all the carjackings, Riis, happened on the north side and, in the suburbs and all that, and it was safe to be in the neighborhood, I probably would think less of it. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like those happen in our neighborhood. And I don't think there's any police that do it. Let me not say I don't think there's any police that do it. There's the police misconduct and there's our own misconduct. And I think that the challenge we have is how do we manage the misconduct? And that was why I was saying yesterday we don't have a threat besides our physical bodies to do. So that's it. All right, any other calls on that? Nobody else? Stay through with that because I know y'all scared to talk about that. So I'm going to move on. Riis, I know I've talked about this before, but yesterday he made it official. Jonathan Jackson is officially running for the 1st Congressional District. He reminded everyone that the 1st Congressional District is really historical for the black community and nationally. It is the home of Oscar DePriest, who was the first black congressman after Reconstruction. Then went on to be the home of, it was Oscar DePriest. Oscar DePriest, Ralph Metcalf, Charlie Hayes, Bill Dawson. No, not Bill Dawson. Harold Washington. All came from that congressional district. And Jonathan Jackson is positioning himself almost in the pantheon of black political history, or a continuation of black political history. He is selling merchandise that list some of those people along with himself as the continuation of the legacy. So the first thing I want to know is, one, and they are saying that his strength comes from Operation Push, and then the ability to have a national network to raise money. He is the son of Jesse Jackson, which I think is tremendous nationally. I don't know how it works locally. So I want to know what your thoughts are about Jonathan Jackson entering the race. Now, I thought it was an interesting juxtaposition, though, because if you think about it, Bobby Rush, this is really a battle of legacies. Jesse Jackson is putting his son in. Bobby Rush has selected his successor and you have two civil rights icons, as well as political icons, right? Jesse Jackson ran for president. Every president, everybody that checks in with Jesse Jackson. And so my question becomes, whose legacy is stronger? Then you got Bobby Rush, who made his claim to fame as the Minister of Defense for the Black Panther Party, then became a city of Chicago alderman, and then became a member of Congress. He is leaving after 30 years in office, and he wants to appoint Karen Norrington Reeves as his successor. Now, ordinarily, we would expect to see Bobby Rush and Jesse Jackson kind of in the same space, going in the same direction, but they're choosing different horses in the race. Now, Jonathan Jackson also has, and I'm going to report because the paper reported it too, his family was there for his announcement at the Amalgamated Transit Union. I think it was Amalgamated 130. But anyway, he was at ATU, which is the Black Transportation Union. And Jonathan Jackson has also gotten as his campaign manager Clem Balanoff. You all know who Clem Balanoff is. Clem Balanoff is the person that is responsible for SEIU for the last 20 years. He was the head of it until, congratulations to Greg Kelly, who is now the head of SEIU statewide. But Clem Balanoff is also the person responsible for Chuy Garcia. The back end political end of Chuy Garcia, and the person that ran his campaign when he ran for mayor of the city of Chicago. The Balanoffs are, you may remember Tom Balanoff from the president. You may remember Tom Balanoff as the broker of SEIU that was in the Obama scandal for Rod Blagojevich because they were trying to broker the deal. So let me just say that Jonathan Jackson enters the game with a little stick. Not a little stick, with some stick. I think Jesse Jackson allows him to tap into the Chicago Old Money Network, if that still exists. And then you got Bobby Rush with Karen Norrington Reeves. Hold on. And I'm just curious. Do you think, what are your thoughts about Jonathan Jackson carrying on the legacy in Washington, D.C.? Or do you think, now, there's also, he had a brother who was a congressman too, Jesse Jackson Jr. in the second. The Jackson name is great in these streets. And so does Jonathan Jackson become the immediate front runner in this race?
Didn't Jesse have some legal problems though?
But does that, I don't know that legal, I don't know on legal, I don't know that legal issues stop black people from supporting you. You got to be guilty, right? I think black people know the difference between charge and black. Everybody in black got somebody in their family that done had a challenge, and they don't want that held against them. So I don't know that that's really the case.
But you know, they be trying to use it like which Jackson are we going to get? Are we going to get the Jesse Jackson, or you're gonna get Jesse Jackson Jr.? You know how people.
Well, he's gonna be like, you're gonna get Jonathan. If it was me, I would be like, you're gonna get Jonathan, and you're gonna get the 20 years of service that you've never seen my name and connected with a scandal. Blah 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 blah. I definitely think he moves into the top slot as male voter. Now, let me also be clear: there's 15 people already registered for this race. We also got Jonathan Swain, who has entered into the race, the owner of Kimbark Liquors. But I do think that, I think now this becomes, first of all, let me ask you a question. whose legacy do you think would be stronger? Like if this is a continuation of the legacy of Jesse Jackson or the continuation of the legacy of Bobby Rush, who takes that? And does the congressional district want a continuation of either of those legacies? Does that make sense? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Jonathan Jackson, in my mind, immediately becomes one of the front runners. I think now this race, the two front runners in this race are going to be Pat Dow and Jonathan Jackson. Now my question becomes, who campaigns? Who has the better apparatus? Who has the better operation? But I also got to ask you, will Bobby Rush's endorsement make a difference in this race at this point? I mean, I think Jackson is always a great name. So now the question becomes is like, and I think we got to look at the senior vote. Like, so let me be clear. I think Jonathan Jackson is a well-spoken, articulate, and I hate to say articulate, but I mean, I think of him all the time as Professor Jackson, and I think about, have you ever had a conversation with Jonathan Jackson? I mean, the man can really hold himself, and I think the job in Congress is not as I think it's more it's more of if you're going to be a vocal congressman, I think you got to talk, you got to speak, you got to take the floor, you got to take the stage, right? I think it's a national platform. I think Jonathan Jackson will so let me see who he rolled out. He rolled out initially Clem Balinoff. So that'll probably bring him something like a SEIU relationship. Also, holding that Amalgamated Transit Union, which is one of the biggest black unions. Then you got his national fundraising prowess, right? Do you think like Reverend Al and all of those people can help him raise national money? Right? He should be in them negotiations with the NFL. If I was him, I'd get pushing that right now. And then I got to ask you, you also see he has the backing of people like Congressman Maxine Waters. So I got to ask you, do you think Jonathan Jackson now becomes the immediate candidate for Congress? Does that push Pat Dow back? What is going to happen? And let me ask you another question. Will Bobby Rush's endorsement matter in this? It's the Mace Jackson Show, and I don't know. I don't even think that we're even. Are they still even talking about Jamal Cole? But there's also the whole the whole thing about getting the signatures. Look, y'all, this is a Mace Jackson. This is the Mace Jackson Show. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Is Jonathan Jackson now the front runner? Pat Dow said, you want a workhorse, not a show horse. It's going to get testy real quick. 15 people in the race. We'll talk about it more when we come back. It's the Mace Jackson Show.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
This is Monster
Get your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for restrictions and details. Coming to Allstate Arena February 25th through 27th.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:35 a.m. I'm Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather report. As we head over to sports, the Chicago Bulls fall short last night to the Phoenix Suns late in the fourth quarter, 127-104. 124. Over the traffic now on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop is 55 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare is 20. On the Edens from Deerfield to the Exchange will be 54 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be half an hour. As on the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is an hour and 4 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 36. The Stevenson, 56 minutes. From I-355 to the Dan Ryan, 30 minutes will be outbound. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 38 minutes, 26 minutes to I-80. While the Dan Ryan is 24 minutes to the Loop, 13 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive, 55th to Jackson will still be 8 minutes. And on the north side will be 9. Today's weather, it is currently 19 and mostly cloudy. Today will be a high of 37 and a low of 18. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now back to the Maze Jackson Show.
Oh, don't fear it. For the black people. 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 What's in it for the black people? You know it. What's in it for the black people? Let's show it. What's in it for the black people? You know it. What's in it for the black people? Let's show it. For the black people. 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 For the black people.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Man, how many of them did he get in there, man? He got about 20 of them. What's in it for the black people? Black people. I was like, let's go. Wait, he got about 4 more in there. It is the Maze Jackson. That was Tyrone Tate with What's in it for the black people.
Yeah, I gotta play it because he was sending me messages. Man, you don't never play my song. I said, all right, I got you, man.
Hey, man, y'all, I'm gonna start doing y'all like, see how people be taking you for granted, right? Like back in the day, I'd be like, where's my payola? Oh, we don't do that now. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. Nobody wanted to call and talk about Jesse Jackson Jr. I mean, not Jesse Jackson Jr., Jonathan Jackson. A lot of people are saying that this could be a slam dunk. This could be it. 15 people in the race, though. I think everybody's got a slice of the pie. Right? Everybody's got a slice of the pie. So we just got to look and see how it's going to go. But Jonathan Jackson is probably the most prolific in this space. This is going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. That's all I got to say. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. YouTube has officially overtaken Facebook as the preferred platform. I think it's a lot of people quitting Facebook, though. Like a lot of people. You saw Facebook. Did you see he lost 200? Mark Zuckerberg lost $232 billion like in a day.
When it was like off for a little minute. You talking about then?
They lost, when they reported that. No. When they report, like people are leaving Facebook. You heard Europe. I don't know if you saw in Europe, they was like Facebook threatened to leave. They was like, after y'all messed up our last security threat, we was fine without y'all. So if Facebook leave, we ain't gonna be mad. Could you imagine if if Facebook disappeared? I'm about to download my stuff today, just so we clear. Cause y'all got a lot of my content. All right, y'all. And I'm going to move up the Black History Month moment because I don't want the childrens to miss it. I'm not doing it yet, though. Psych. I want to thank everybody that is shout out to everybody that has been turning in signatures. If you are looking to Give us some aid and assistance if you are trying to be part of the Black People First Party. Don't hesitate to stop by and get some of these petitions. Help the black candidates get in office, the ones that are Black people first. Coming up soon, we're going to have a pledge for those candidates that if they want our support to sign. And y'all stay tuned at 8 o'clock because I really want to describe to you. I was just thinking the state of affairs of the Democratic Party is just like really kind of terrible. And I'm going to tell y'all why in a little while. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Jonathan Jackson running for Congress. It's the Jackson legacy versus the Rush legacy. Who you betting? If you had to take a bet, Riis, Jackson legacy versus Rush legacy, who wins?
I think that Jesse Jackson, their legacy can
you think
probably
it
win.
You think it wins? Okay.
Sure, yeah.
All right, Jackson legacy versus Rush legacy. If people do you think that the people will vote for who do you think will be more influential? Like, what's the biggest influencer in the vote? Like, does
the fact that people know more Jesse Jackson than Bobby Rush, I think.
You think more people know?
My generation for sure.
Okay. What do you think about Pat Dow? Like the woman.
Okay.
Like she's a woman. Will that give her an advantage? Like, what? So if you're a senior citizen, you voting for the woman or you voting for? This is gonna be real interesting.
Voting for the Jackson. If you're a senior citizen, you probably voting for the Jackson.
Really?
Yeah. You grew up off Jesse Jackson like that.
I am.
Yeah, that was the whole
somebody.
Thing. You know, it's like, hey man, I grew up off Jesse Jackson.
I told you my mother-in-law got a picture of Jesse Jackson and don't got a picture of me. That's kind of crazy, man.
Well, she had a Jackson, right?
Get to watch that Jackson. All right, let's go to the live line. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, caller.
Yes. Hi. We'll vote for Jonathan Jackson just because he does. Even though it's a tough competition, he has name recognition. He's humble, he's intelligent, and he can hold his own, even though he does have the name recognition.
Okay, I can see that.
So I think it would be Jonathan Jackson.
You think it's gonna be Jonathan Jackson? You think he kind of clears out the place? All right, I'm gonna tend to agree.
He
with
will.
You. Go ahead. Do you have any experience?
Yeah, it's a very competitive race, but he has changed that game.
Do you know
Jonathan Jackson? It will be him. He's humble. I don't know personally. I've been around him though. I wouldn't say personal, but I've been around him. He was very humble, intelligent, and he holds his own. And then he can be very vocal too, and he'll be vocal for Congress and fight for the cause.
Okay, I think Jonathan Jackson is a very credible spokesperson for Black people. So I'll take that. What y'all think though? So give us a call 872-259-7474. Jonathan Jackson, Bobby Rush. You got another caller. Jonathan Jackson, the Jackson legacy, the Rush legacy. Who you think wins if it's between Bobby's pick or Jesse's pick?
Well, what's up, man? It's Tyrone Muhammad. What up, Riis?
Tyrone Muhammad!
So, hey, Maze, listen, I'll be through that, grab some of them petitions for your queen, man, so we can get out there. We're starting to line up with our candidates. But as it relates to, I just want to wish everybody in the radio world a blessed day and peace on this earth. But with that being said, bro, I'm sick of these individuals running elections just because they got some name recognition. I don't see nothing Jonathan Jackson is doing in these communities, in these streets. I ain't heard Jonathan Jackson or his father while women being carjacked and abused in these streets. I heard him with the violence going on. I don't hear none of them talking or dealing. In that sense, Pat Dow has been more active as an alderman than this man is, as I guess he's a businessman or professional now. But at the end of the day, bro, we can't just be voting for people just because they got a father. That don't mean nothing, man. Especially when we're talking about holding the seat. Look how long Bobby Rush has held the seat. And to me, I don't see any significant changes or anything that his position and post has brought to our community. In fact, every elected official can have that. We can accuse every elected official with that same narrative because our communities are not better as a result of them being in office. Why should we think Jonathan Jackson would be any different as it relates to bringing back real substantive influence, goods, product, whatever it is that we need as a people? These guys have fell short on every turn. As a businessman, I don't see nothing he's done in terms of developing young men and getting these guys active and changing their behavior and doing some things that bring them guys closer to useful citizenship, bro. I don't see it, bro. And having a father, Jesse Jackson Sr., long with this generation that's out here now, they don't even know or even care about Jesse Jackson. The namesake don't mean nothing to this generation. So with that being said, hey man, if I had to choose right now, I would go with Pat Dow.
Okay. Hey man, so look, there goes the other choice. See, I feel like there's also the dynamic. Thanks, Riis. Thank you, Ty. And hey, Ty, we synced you on the I synced you out there helping and supporting those brothers on the front line, man. Always giving them the backing and support, making sure that they protected in that space. So I checked that out. Y'all, I feel like, so here's what I see. And I'm going to take some calls. We got more calls. Here's what I see. And y'all give us a call. 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. There's 15 candidates in this race. I don't care what you say. Name recognition, money, and the ability to organize is going to be the person that wins. I got to say, I think Pat Dow starts with the organization. She's been working. She's been grinding. I think it'll be interesting. I think that what I saw, guys, was, could you imagine Jesse Jackson in 1969 and Bobby Rush in 1969, and now they're both kind of tapping out, right? And so they're right kind of at the same space. One was the militant, one was the nonviolent, and now they're tapping out and they putting their representatives up. I do think that then you have the woman alderman who's already been there. I can't wait to see the debates, but the challenge is, how are we going to get to know the candidates? I want all of the candidates to come. I want all 15. That's right. I'm inviting Alderman Dow. I'm inviting Jonathan Jackson. I'm inviting Jonathan Swain. I'm inviting Jamal Cole. I'm inviting all 15 candidates to come sit on What's in It for the Black People. Because here's what's going to happen, y'all. It's going to be a debate with 15 people, and they're going to ask one question, and we're not going to get to know any of them. Right? And so you're going to have these 15 people debates where nobody's going to get any information. So let's get some one-on-ones. I promise not to call Alderman Dow any names. Y'all haven't heard me call her any names in at least a year. Right? I really think that this is a legacy moment. And I want to talk to everybody. Everybody. Like, I feel like everybody should sit in that chair right there, and we should have the list of questions, and we can even ask them the same questions. But like, can you imagine the next congressman going to Congress and we don't know where they stand on the right for undocumented immigrants to vote? You know they ain't going to ask that on 2, 5, 7, or 9. Now they might. And everybody tell you, I'm not going to do Mays because he crazy. No. It's all peace. I think that black people need to hear who is going to be the next 30-year congressperson. Look, y'all, it's the Mays Jackson Show. Riis, we got callers on the line. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. If you think somebody's going to win the race, or if you got a favorite in this race for the first congressional, please tell me who you got. Jonathan Jackson, you got, what is it? Jonathan Jackson, Pat Dow, Karen Norrington Reeves, Jamal Cole, Jonathan Swain, and 10 more people. 10 more. I don't even know all the names. Somebody got to do. Look, we got somebody for. Look, this is an assignment for everybody that's coming on Saturday to the Black People First campaign. Black People First meeting, weekly meeting. Y'all got to know all the candidates in the congressional race. All right, go to the live line, Riis. Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show. What you think about this congressional race?
Hi, this is Katie. How are you?
Katie, the president of the phone club. How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good. I was listening to you, then I fell asleep, then I woke back up.
I must have been. I can't let you. I feel like I done failed. I done bored you for a little while, and you had to wake. I must have started hollering.
No, you don't. You didn't bore me. It's just that I stay up late reading and stuff. So it's sometimes when you get old, you'll see as you get older. Sometimes it's hard to you just go back and forth with sleep at night.
I know exactly how to go. I know already. I'm older. You ain't got to tell me. I'll be like, what time is it? Can I get in the bed now? Is it too early?
just wait. Just you wait. But anyway, I'm very excited that we have all these people, and hopefully they will come on their show. I want them to. We gotta, just challenge them. But I'm for Jonathan. I've been following Jonathan for a very long time, and he is ready to go. We have to ask him. He has been on the scene for forever. He talks every week with Al Sharpton on Al Sharpton's show every week, and he is very knowledgeable, highly intelligent, and he's ready to go. I think that he would take that reparations HR 40 and run with it. We have to ask him. Let's ask him to help us with all our problems. I think he's ready to go. Okay. And that's my comment.
All right, that is Katie from Ashburn. She is the president of the phone club. She's trying to beat the record. I think she might get it in a minute, Riis. All right, what y'all think about what's going on in the 1st Congressional District? Jonathan Jackson, Karen Norrington Reeves, Jamal Cole, Jonathan Swain. Who else did I forget? Jonathan Jackson. What is going on? Who gonna win? Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show. What's your thoughts?
Hey, Mace, this Ron.
Ron, what's up, man? Ron, I be nervous, man. I'm glad you called me because I be like, you didn't quit me. I be like, you, Ron, you used to, I be nervous. I be love when I hear you call.
Hey, man, I'm with you every day. Hey, I agree with Tyrone Muhammad and the lady that just got on. Respect people's opinions, but there are a lot of people been on the scene. Man, I'm 64 years old. I know a lot of people been on the scene. That means nothing to me. What have you? I take a person who's been on the scene, as she say, 2 years, but have some accomplished, as opposed to someone who just been around, for 25 years. So I just want to get that I wouldn't vote for Bobby Rush, let alone somebody that he endorsed. I don't vote for him. Never have. I met Barack Obama years ago when he ran against Bobby. He lost, but I've been against Bobby Rush a very long time. But it's a name that you're forgetting. A person that I think, being quietly, has got a lot of confidence is Jacqueline Collins. So that's who You hear me, man?
All right, that's what I completely spaced on Jackie Collins. Jackie Collins, I think, is a formidable candidate. I don't know that she has the fundraising capability. So I don't know if she has the fundraising capability and the organization capability. And the reason I say that is because I just think to the stories of her the stories I'm hearing about her going to people who are running for her Senate seat, asking them to circulate petitions for her for Congress so she won't run. So I forgot about Jackie Collins, but you're right, Ron. You are right. I think she does have some name recognition. She had
a good record. Okay. Have a good day, Mace. I'll be...
Ron, I appreciate you, man. You made my day. I'm glad to know you still rocking with us, man. All right, let me go to the next caller. Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show. What's going to happen in the 1st Congressional District? I forgot about Jackie Collins. Jackie Collins out there, too. What you got for me, caller?
Good morning, Maze. Good morning, Riis. What I have for you is this. The only person that's going to vote for Pat Dowell are those whacks over there at Mollison.
Oh, you was wrong for that.
Yeah, I said it. I would never vote for her. Jackie Collins does have name recognition in the past. Jesse Jackson Sr. has supported her, so that's interesting. I think Jonathan could handle it. I think we need to hear from all candidates because we all want the same milquetoast and, give us a good, hey, we're in it for the black people, saying all the right things but doing nothing. I think like the previous caller said, I think he would be great for pushing reparations because he has the knowledge and he understands the economics because that is, after all, his profession as a professor over there at Chicago State. But only those blacks are going to march and vote for Pat Dole. I would never vote for her.
Ooh, okay. All right. I heard that, caller. All right. Who was this? Because I feel like I know who this is, but I can't.
All right.
You ain't going to tell me who it is? No.
Yeah, I thought you heard my name. I'm Temple.
Hey, Temple. All right, Temple, thank you for calling. I appreciate
Have a great
you.
day.
Thank you. All right, next caller. What y'all think gonna happen in that first congressional district? Okay, so now we got Jackie Collins. We got Pat Dowell. We got Jonathan Jackson. We got Karen Norrington Riis. We got Jamal Cole. We got, who else we got? We got, you name it, we got him. Oh, Jonathan Swain. What do you think is gonna happen in the first congressional district, caller? What's your name and where you calling from?
This is Taylor, Southside Chicago.
What up, Taylor? All right, talk to me. What you think gonna happen in this race?
I'm going for Jonathan. He's been in the forefront. He's been talking about economics. He knows what he's talking about. He's been on the forefront of a lot of our social issues, and he's put his self out there on the line and spoken out. Not only when it's convenient, but when it's inconvenient. So with his knowledge and, like you said, his name recognition, even name aside, if Jesse wasn't his dad, he's still doing the wrong thing. If you ever listen to, which I'm sure you have his show that he used to have, very knowledgeable brother to bring some economics to make some changes for our neighborhood.
Okay. All right. That's what I'm
That's what I'm rocking with.
All right. Thank you, Taylor. Taylor is rocking with Jonathan Jackson. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. It's a lot of people running. 15 people, but the big names, Pat Dowell, Jonathan Jackson, Jamal Cole, Jackie Collins. Good morning. Who this, caller?
This is Anthony. How you doing?
This who?
Anthony.
Oh, what's up, Anthony? What's up, man? You about to give it to us?
I got 3 points. I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible with them.
Okay.
First of all, didn't we have a Jackson in Congress before already?
Yes.
Didn't we have a Jackson, one of Jesse Jackson's son in Congress before already?
Yes.
How'd that work out? Yeah, okay. Secondly, this is deja vu, believe it or not. Remember when the city of Chicago was having a mayoral race, 15 people jumped into the race and an unknown got in there?
Yes.
How's that working out for us? Okay. But there's some good news. Because Bobby Rush and Danny Davis has done so little for the community, we're not going to really miss much because we're not used to getting nothing from them. I almost cussed it. We're not going to get nothing from the Congress slot anyway. We haven't been getting anything. And I don't want to sound like some killjoy, but we've already had a Jackson in office. We got 15 people running for the seat, and we're not really used to getting nothing from that slot no way. What have they been? What has Bobby Rush and Danny Davis really done for the city of Chicago?
Anthony, pause for 1 second.
And they both
Anthony, pause for 1 second. 1 second.
And they both been there forever.
Pause for 1 second. Hey, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. We want to thank everybody at WBGX 1570 AM for tuning in to us every day, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. 8 a.m. If you would like to continue watching, please tune in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. Again, thank you all. Every day we are on from 6 to 9 a.m. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Go ahead, Anthony. Finish.
Yeah, but like I was saying, man, I mean, we're not really getting nothing. We're not demanding nothing from our politicians, our elected officials, if you will. So that's makes it easy for them to go do whatever they want to do. Like I said, we already had a Jackson in Congress. How'd that work out? And a guy once told me, sometimes when you have too many options, you make bad choices. You got bad options. When you make bad choices, you got no choice but to make a bad choice if you got bad options. So maybe we should vet these people before we start voting for these people, man. Let's have them on the show. Now they're gonna tell you what they want you to hear, or what they think you want to hear. But once they get in the office, man, I mean, everybody wants to. I'm gonna pick my people, and then they get in, and all of a sudden, I'm all the people's candidate. They're all the people that vote for you, fool.
I'm with you, Anthony.
And that's why, I will vote, because I will vote, but it may be down ballot. I don't care who gets it. Mickey Mouse can be the next time.
Let me tell you what you got to do.
I ain't going to get nothing no way.
You better just make sure you vote for Carrie K. Steele for Cook County Assessor. That's what you do. If you don't vote nothing else.
Down ballot, I do good down ballot. I don't necessarily, some of those people that are running for the top offices, man, you know what's going to happen as soon as they get close to the money. I got to represent all the people. I ain't just a black community candidate or official, but that's who voted for it.
Why do I feel
Am
like
I wrong? That way, mate?
I feel like you trying to talk about Barack Obama on me or something. Look, Anthony, I got to stop right now because I got to get ready.
Well, no, it's across the board. All right, I understand. But I get so tired of it.
I do too. And I do got to echo Salim.
All right, man.
Hold on 1 second, Anthony. I do want to echo Salim Muwakil. I think less the fact that he got into a battle with Rahm Emanuel. I do think that Jesse Jackson Jr. was a positive force in Congress. I think they used his personal life against him, right? And one of the things that happens sometimes is we get into a space where we think we're untouchable, especially in the halls of power. But I would tell you that I did think that Jesse Jackson Jr. was a good congressman. And I think it was when he and Rahm could not come up with a solution on who was going to run for mayor, and they came out of that room within 2 days. The picture of him and that white lady was on the cover of the paper. And that's the practitioner of the dark arts. So I don't want to just besmirch his legacy, because I do think that he was a pretty vociferous advocate, and he had built a very strong political operation that was going to be rival the local Democratic Party. So I just wanted to make sure I added that piece. Anthony, thank you. I'm going to do this very quickly for the children that are in the car on their way to work. Riis, cue me up some music, because it is time for the Urban Intellectuals Black History flashcard. The Black History flashcard, this is number 7 of volume 1. Black Wall Street, Greenwood, suburb of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1906-1921. One of the most successful black economies in American history. O.W. Gurley, a wealthy African-American from Arkansas, moved to Tulsa, purchased over 40 acres of land, and sold to other African-Americans in 1906. During the oil boom of the 1910s, areas north of northeast Oklahoma around Tulsa flourished. The Tulsa Race Riot of 1921, a 2-day massacre of hundreds of black residents started by a white mob. Over 800 people were admitted to area hospitals, estimated 10,000 homeless, 35 city blocks of housing, 1,250 residents destroyed, and 600 successful businesses lost. The community mobilized its resources and rebuilt this Greenwood area within 5 years of the race riot, in spite of political efforts to prevent reconstruction. That is the Black Wall Street, Greenwood, a suburb of Tulsa, Oklahoma, in 1906 to 1921, courtesy of Urban Intellectuals. Now I got one more for you. All right, kids, y'all ready? Here goes one that I like an extra lot. This is Black History Flashcard number 28 from Volume 1, Kwame Nkrumah. That's right, Kwame Nkrumah, September 21st, 1909 to April 27th, 1972. He was the Prime Minister of Ghana between 1957 and 1960. He was the President of Ghana between 1960 and 1966. He helped organize the 5th Pan-African Congress in Manchester, England in 1945. Declared the independence of Ghana from the United Kingdom in 1957. Announced plans for a new constitution which made Ghana a republic in 1960. Was awarded the Lenin Peace Prize by the Soviet Union. Ghana became a founding member of the Organization of African Unity in 1963. In 2000, he was elected the greatest African of the millennium by a vote in Africa. He also was a member of the greatest fraternity in the world ever, Phi Beta Sigma. This was your Black History Moment, brought to you by urbanintellectuals.com. The Black History flashcards. Don't forget to get yours, but kids, don't forget the Maze Jackson Show wants you to know your Black history. Riis, we'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Broken screen, crashed system. Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater. But she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history. All because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gonna tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed. To certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narratives. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know. I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know. I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know. I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wildin' with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 17 1976, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism. 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 Terrorism.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. Riis, we only got about 19 minutes. We got to get up out of here because I got to go listen to, man. Riis, next Tuesday is my last one. And after that, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to tell y'all about black people. I mean, just one day. It's all good. All right, y'all. So I was asking y'all, Jonathan Jackson. So I was checking out Politico. They said that, shout out to Stanley Moore, who is the first person behind them. Godfather Emo Jones is behind them. Not my godfather, but the Godfather Emo Jones behind them. Also gave a shout out to Chewy Garcia, who Jonathan Jackson supported for mayor. So I think it's an interesting coalition being built. That Clem Balanoff thing is big because it's going to give them national access to money, etc., because congressional races are national. So I'm going to be watching this one. We're going to watch it real tight. Riis, but this also got me thinking about petition season. Right now, I got to tell you, Riis, that First of all, how many of you all are planning on attending the Black People First meeting, organizing meeting tomorrow at Ada Park in the 34th Ward? If you are not, go check out, if you are interested in coming to the Black People First organizing meeting tomorrow, hosted by Audrey Tanksley, Brother Devin Gordine, and Felicia Simmons Stovall. They have an event tomorrow night. I'll be appearing there tomorrow night. Not appearing, but there to work to help organize people in the 34th Ward to our political empowerment. Also, don't forget, every Saturday, we are moving back to 5401 South Wentworth for our weekly meeting of the Black People First Party, because it's too small. It's too many of y'all to be up in this office, cramped up. So we'll be back at TP 5401 South Wentworth Saturday at 10 a.m. Building our power. Let me tell y'all something. So in my entire political career, and I would say I've been at this political game since truly hardcore since 1999. So what is that? 1999 to 2009 is 10, to 2019 is 20, to 19, 20, 21, 22. So 23 years, Riis, I've been hardcore in the political game. Can I be honest with you and tell you that never in my life have I seen the Democratic Party at such a weak state. And I was thinking about the party and its role in our success or our oppression. Let me ask y'all a question, and I want y'all to give me a real straight up answer, and I would love for you to call me. Give me a call, 872-259-7474. Give me a call, 872-259-7474. Let me give a shout out to, I do want to point out, Jonathan Jackson today did seem to be the most prepared. You notice how we got the calls, Riis? And people started calling and they were expressing their opinion. But what I would say is that what I did see was Jonathan Jackson mobilize people to call this station to make sure that the narrative was proper. If you think about the first moment we did it, the first call was him, and you think about the people that called, those were organized calls, Riis. Those weren't like the people that were calling for Jonathan, which means to me that they're already putting their operation, they're listening, they're knowing the places and things, right? So if it's me and I know that these many influencers are listening, I would think that most candidates' campaigns. Now, here's what I am going to say. I think it's funny is that people will try to ignore us. Like, you're going to have some candidates, Riis, that's going to be like, hey, man, don't nobody care about what's going on over there. But can I tell you who's going to make the difference in this race? Right here. Let me ask you a question. What media outlets do black people have that they can trust in these black races, Riis? Real talk. So if you are in a race with 15 different people in it, every vote counts. The people that choose to ignore what's in it for the black people media, that choose to ignore the Mays Jackson page, if your race come down to 50 votes, right? Think about this. For Bill Daley, it came down to 1,000 votes in the whole city. So I would expect that the people that take advantage of all of and realize that this is a game of inclusion, addition and multiplication, Those are going to be the people. But Riis, you know what I was recognizing that I'm noticing in the political world right now? The Democratic Party is at its weakest state ever. Hey, Riis, did you know that the Democratic Party of Cook County is trying to hire mercenaries to get their candidates on the ballot? Let me back up. I want y'all to understand this. The benefit of being a Democrat, an endorsed candidate, is the Democratic Party is supposed to have 50 wards and 30 townships with political organizations that each one of those, if you need 10,000 signatures or you need 20,000 signatures, each one of them is supposed to be able to bring you their requisite number of signatures, and that is supposed to be the benefit of being part of the party, right? So if you pay attention right now, if you are looking at the petitions that are being circulated, you will see that Tony Preckwinkle is on a petition with 4 other countywide candidates. Tony Preckwinkle, Karen Yarbrough, 2 black women and 2 white men are circulating petitions. But the benefit of being part of the Democratic Party, Riis, is supposed to be that they can get you on the ballot. Riis, I'm here to tell you that right now, the hands of the Democratic Party is fighting for its political life, and this moving of the election may have put them in a more precarious position than they've ever been. Riis, they got to rely on independent organizations, mercenaries, groups who would ordinarily be fighting them, who they would be trying to exterminate to get their petitions. So imagine right now if you are the Democratic Party and you are now calling up people who at one point you were trying to put out of business and asking them to help you circulate petitions because, hey, Riis, this is the first election where there's no Mike Madigan. This is the first election where there's no training, where all of those things that they always just thought were there are there, which is why it's so important for you as black folks to join us every Saturday at 10 o'clock. Riis, this is the weakest that the Democratic Party has ever been in my entire life. They are going to be fighting to get their own candidates on their own ballot. The system that they set up and rigged to make sure everybody else can't get, they are now falling victim to. See, you have just watched and are watching the decimation. Hey, Riis, you know how Ruthie be like, burn it down? Can I tell you something? The Democratic Party we didn't have to burn it down. It fell apart. It aged out. It did not create new young black leaders. It did not create new young black warriors. It did not create people. So right now, everybody who was reliant on Speaker Madigan or the Democratic operation, hey, Riis, all of that has been snatched out. And so if you are upset, if you are saying that there's no way, right now, Riis, the Democrats are paying people to paying outside organizations to put them on the ballot. Do you understand, Riis? Could you imagine? Now I'm going to show y'all if we was on some gangster stuff. Right? If I could pick up the phone and call Tyrone Muhammad, if I could pick up the phone and call Ricky Hendon, and if I could pick up the phone and we could call Brian Gorman and Jonathan Todd, if we could all pick up the phone and call all of these and got in a room together and said, hey, y'all, how about this? Because I know it's sweet out here because the Democrats are paying outlandish money for people to circulate petitions. And so the money is so good that we can't understand that they're paying so good because they can't do it themselves. Hey, Riis, what if I told you that if all the black people got together that are circulating petitions and said, we're going to tell them we're not going to circulate. Imagine if you told you didn't want Tony Preckwinkle to be the county board president. What if there were no black people that they could go to get the signatures? Because right now, and let me just help y'all understand right now. Democrats are willing to pay anything and any number to get their signatures. Why, Riis? Because they don't have the apparatus to get it. Can you imagine if we choked them off at the top? Could you imagine if there was a union of all the people that go out to get signatures? And what if they said, we're not going to get no signatures for nobody that was part of the old machine? Still get the same amount of money, but we're not circulating for any of you. What have you done for us for the last 5 years? But here's what happens. Because we don't have the apparatus or the ability to talk to each other in that space, we're going to put the people on the ballot that are going to continue to screw us over. So instead of how about we don't give them a choice? Could you imagine, Riis, if all the black people that have the relationship said, man, you ain't did nothing for us, we're going to slate our own candidates. We're not going to circulate petitions for you. Now, here's the crazy part. If I was Jewish, I bet we could do that. I bet if we was Jewish, we could be like, hey, you know what? We don't even got to have this fight. They can't even come over here and circulate. If I said that right now to the brothers, you know what they be like, man, I ain't finna miss this money. So
Ruthie
how
said
much?
You've been down so bad.
So, but here's my thing. Here's a chance to grow by leaps and bounds. Can you imagine the gravity of all the black people that have operations saying, we ain't circulating? Sorry. Can you imagine if the Democratic women of Cook County said, I'm sorry, we're not circulating for the party? Could you imagine if because right now they are paying through the nose to pay independent people. If we said, hey man, so why would anybody black be circulating a petition for the organization that kicked black people to the curb? If they chose two white men over black people, why are we circulating their petitions? Now, here's the thing. The money is so good, so you're going to do it, but then they're going to use the next 4 years, the same people that we're asking that have proven to us that they will support undocumented immigrants voting. Imagine if you could choke them off. So right now, JB is paying people to go get signatures. Has anybody that decided to circulate petitions for JB in the black community asked the question, where you stand on municipal voting for undocumented immigrants? You know how when labor gets together and they be like, ain't nobody working over here if we don't eat? But because, here's my other part. If the other candidates were willing to pay the difference, then here goes the deal, Riis. Then they ain't even got to fight the party because they can't even get on the ballot. Think about this, Riis. A lot of people are putting their signature on a piece of paper to allow the same people that they talking smack about, who they say ain't did nothing for them, to get on the ballot so that they can come back and not do smack for them again. Like, today I wish I was Jewish. Because if I was Jewish, I know I could pick up the phone and we could say, hey, they said no. They kicked us to the curb. They offended us all for the last 5 years. They haven't done anything. So we've decided as a group, we're not going to circulate for you. Right now, and this is what I'm also saying. I understand people want to get their money. But can you imagine how much more money you will be able to get from somebody that has access to billions of dollars because you getting a couple thousand right now? So right now, we're getting ready to put the people back in play. And I'm going to see your signature. Y'all make sure y'all sign Carrie Steele's petition. But I want you to understand that you're signing your own death warrant. When these people come knock on the door for you to sign this petition, does anybody ask them, do they support undocumented immigrants having the right to vote? I'm just asking you. Riis, can you imagine? So I'm just saying, how good have you turn on you look in the paper every day and you see how we done got screwed by the same people that you gonna sign the paper for. And we got our own people going out getting paid to get us to sign our own death warrants. And the crazy part is we could cut them off at the source. But as y'all say, we be down so bad. Like, just think about this, Riis. JB is so hard up for signatures, he's paying $10 per. Could you imagine if we could resist that? But they know, they be like, what's the nigga price? What's the price that we can get these niggas to compromise themselves up? And who am I to tell you not to take it? But could you imagine if there was a black union? Could you imagine if black people did how everybody do us? Nah, you can't eat over here. Could you imagine if black folks said, man, what you circulating that? And the people told them, nah, don't bring it. How many of those same people will come and sit and answer your questions? It's the Mace Jackson Show, y'all. I got to get out of here. Riis, they be having us sign our own death warrants, right? I don't know, bro. It's like, I'll be like, dang, we could cut this off at the source right now. Right now, it's the coldest and the hardest and the most difficult. And remember, most of these people never had to get their own signatures before. So because they don't go door to door, they willing to pay somebody to do it, which is fine. But remember, if it ain't Carrie Steele, let me back up, and then I just Carrie Steele. Pay attention to what the Democratic Party has done to and for you. And then you ask yourself, why am I signing this one? All right. I got to get up out of here. So, Riis, we'll be back tomorrow. You got anything you want to say before you get up out of here?
No, I'm good, man.
All right, man. Well, look, this is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson, for my man DJ Riis the Ruler, Ruthie Moore, who is out of here right now. I am the host of the Mace Jackson Show, where we ask every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Mace said, hey, Carla, give me a ring today, too. Give me a text. And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Mace said, we out of here. Peace.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. hours. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.